In 2017, the Fuxing high-speed train was launched. With an operational top speed of 350 km per hour, it's the fastest commercial long-distance high-speed train in the world. China fully owns the intellectual property rights of the Fuxing. Things have not always been like this. Before 1997, the fastest train in China hit a meager 120 km per hour, the upper limit of highways in the country. In 2007, China rolled out the sixth speed-up of its railway, its most recent one. Trains with a top speed of more than 200 km per hour began operation. The travel time between Hangzhou and Shanghai, for example, was cut by 2/3. And then Fuxing trains came along. Fuxing, however, is not the fastest train in China. The Shanghai Maglev service launched on the 1st of January 2004, boasting the world's fastest commercially operating trains. New railway stars are emerging to make even that look outdated. This is the world's first prototype testing platform for an ultra-high-speed vacuum maglev train built by China Southwest Jiaotong University. It could be tested for its capability to support speeds up to 1,500 km per hour by 2021. Even that is not the most staggering ambition of Chinese scientists and engineers for faster trains. China Aerospace Science and Industry Corps plans to develop flying trains with a top speed of 4,000 km per hour.
Welcome aboard for an increasingly incredible ride.
Not long after its founding in October 1949, China had only 3 international air routes. Now, there are nearly 800 of them, and the expansion of domestic aviation services is nothing short of extraordinary. There were 36 airports in China around the time of its founding. There were 235 airports in China in 2018. There were 12 small planes about 70 years ago. There were 3,638 passenger cargo planes in China in 2018. 10,400 air travels were made in China in 1950. That number reached 610 million in 2018. Before 1993, you had to acquire an introduction letter from your employer to buy air tickets. Most of the airplane passengers were people holding medium to high positions. After 1993, anyone can buy a ticket with only their IDs. The price of air travel has also been hugely lowered compared with the 1990s. China was once known as the Kingdom of Bicycles. Not anymore. In the past couple of decades, it has seen an explosive growth in private car ownership. In 2018, 280 million new cars were sold in China, more than any other country in the world. There were more than 200 million small passenger vehicles in China by the end of 2018. Private cars did not used to be so common. The first private car in Shanghai, for example, was registered in November 1986. That's just a tad more than 30 years ago. Although the first domestically made car in China was unveiled in 1958. The green light to private car ownership in 1986 did not initially result in a surge in the number of private cars in China, as the prices of those cars were exorbitantly high. Since then, private cars have become much more affordable. As China fights its battle against pollution and climate change, electric cars are the new darlings of Chinese consumers. With China's push for 5G application, autonomous driving enabled by the latest network technology could be a reality in the country in the near future. And who could say autonomous superfast trains and self-flying planes would not one day crisscross this vast country's land and sky?